Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're going through a few reasons why Facebook represents 8% of my portfolio balance. As an investor, I believe the founder's vision is instrumental to a company's success, so we're going to be going through a few clips of Zuckerberg himself. Thank you all for the support on the recent videos. We just surpassed 200 subscribers in a matter of 7 videos. This is now the 8th video. I really do appreciate it. Make sure to drop a like if you do enjoy today's video, and drop a comment on any future companies you want us to take a look at. I currently just added Amazon and some more Google to our portfolio.
You know, Yahoo came in with this really meaningful offer, right? I mean, $1 billion for.
And this was how far into the company?
It was a couple of years in,
okay,
right? And you know, we had 10 million people using the product at the time, right? So it wasn't as if it were obvious that we were going to succeed far beyond that. And that was the first point where we really had to look at the future and say, wow, is what we're going to build going to actually be so much more meaningful for this? And you know, that caused a lot of interesting conversations in the company and with our investors. And you know, at the end of that, Dustin and I just decided, you know, no, we think that we can actually go connect more than just the 10 million people who are in schools. We can go beyond that and have this really be a successful thing. And we decided to go for it. But that was really stressful because a lot of people really thought that we should sell the company.
I think it's quite obvious that Zuckerberg wanted to go all in with the idea as soon as he realized he could reach millions and eventually billions of people. He wasn't interested in the huge payoff that he could have got from Yahoo. Even with the pressure from the stakeholders, his mission from the start was to reach as many people as he could, and he didn't care about the money. And I think the fact that he went all in on the idea really shows how Facebook got to the size it is today.
So for a lot of the folks who joined early on, they weren't really aligned with me, right? For them, you know, they joined and you know, being able to sell a company for $1 billion after a couple of years that was like a home run, right? And it is a home run, right?
Totally.
And that's, you know, I think that's I get that, but you know, that I think that the fact that I didn't communicate very well about what we were trying to do caused this huge tension. And the part that was painful wasn't turning down the offer. It was the fact that after that, huge amounts of the company quit because they didn't believe in what we were doing.
As Facebook were fined $5 billion last year for breaching privacy laws, Zuckerberg was of course scrutinized by many, most stakeholders in the business and shareholders, and did not approve of the lack of transparency within the business, and there's even suggestions he could be still ousted. As of yesterday, there was an article online suggesting that people aren't happy with him at the helm of the company. I think he's galvanized all sectors from Instagram, WhatsApp and Facebook, and I think he will stay at the helm, but he's clearly an extremely resilient leader.
I actually kind of think as CEO, it's your job to not get into a position where you need to be doing these crazy things, right? And,
yes.
You know, of course, it's inevitable. You know, over the period of doing stuff, you'll, you know, you can't be ahead of everything. So it's better to make big moves and be willing to do that than, you know, have pride and not do that and never admit that you could have done something better in the past. But I think when stuff is working well, you're learning incrementally and growing that way.
I think Zuckerberg is absolutely right here. His purpose as a CEO is to manage the ideas within the business, to promote a healthy culture within Facebook, and I think he's managed it extremely well over the long term. Facebook became outdated, they then went and bought Instagram, they bought WhatsApp, and I think they've just constantly innovated and improved their applications, and I think there's going to be plenty more in the long term for Facebook's growth. I think virtual reality, there's definitely something there. They're definitely a leader in that segment of technology, and I think they're going to constantly improve and hire great people, and Facebook are synonymous with skilled employees, and I think it's going to be very beneficial to Facebook in the long term.
How have you hired your team, and what do you look for when you bring people on?
If you think about it, you know, I started the company when I was 19, right? So I can't institutionally believe that experience is that important, right? Or else I would have a hard time reconciling, you know, myself, right, and the company. So you know, we invest in people who we think are just really talented, even if they haven't done that thing before. And you know, that applies to people who are fresh out of university, as well as, you know, people like you know, the CFO who took the company public, had not taken a company public before, right? And a lot of his background was in you know, production development at Genentech before. So you know, just focus on really talented people.
That last clip is very important, and I think that's what sets Facebook, Apple, Google apart from the competition, and the fact that they're willing to take risk on the people they employ. And I think Zuckerberg summed it up quite well, that they don't need to be perfect, they don't need to have a track record of changing the world, but they need to have an indication that they have extremely large potential, and that they can impact Facebook's business activities in a positive manner. And I think they've proven that model of hiring is definitely successful, and it's definitely impacted the stock price and helped their expansion throughout the world. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. I'll make sure to do an analysis and break down the numbers of why I'm so bullish on Facebook stock in a future video, and I really do appreciate your support. So there will be a new video out tomorrow, as long as we hit 20 likes, and I'm sure we can. So make sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll talk to you guys very soon for a new video.